Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bike that should need no introduction, because if you close your eyes and imagine what a genuine certified Harley Davidson should look like, this is it. None other than the 100th anniversary, the Road King Classic. This is a one-owner bike owned by my friend of my family, Ron, through our family here at the museum. Kyle, one of our lead techs. We have 4 lead techs here. Kyle's been with us longer than any of our other employees, and there's one blemish on this bike, one blemish. And it was caused by him when he was 3 years old, sitting on the back seat with his grandpa, and his little sneaker did a little burn mark right there. I got a little choked up just thinking about it. I'm supposed to be selling this bike. This is as much of a sales presentation as is a plead to the family, to the grandfather who bought this bike and invested 20 years of his life maintaining it, and also $28,000. I added up every receipt. I talked to him. I said, how much you have tied up in this bike, Ron? And what do you think you got into it? And he said, oh, somewhere around 24, 25. I go, no, it's 28,000. We added up there's a stack of receipts I'm going to show you. He bought this brand new from TSI Harley Davidson, literally 2 miles down the road here. The bike's on display at the New England Motorcycle Museum now, and Kyle sees it every day, and it reminds him of his grandfather. And I talked to his grandpa today. I said, if you sell this bike, if you're lucky, you're going to net, after eBay expenses and everything else, you might net $8,000. That money's going to go quick, but if you gifted this to your grandson, your legacy could live on forever. And I know that the parents are a problem. Kyle's sitting right behind me. Kyle's dad. Kyle's focusing on Kyle. Kyle's had a rough year. He had a little burn accident, burned his arm really bad and his ear, and he's had a tough year. And he's not really happy about seeing his grandpa sell his Road King, and we'd like an opportunity to keep it in the family if possible, but his parents don't want him to have it, and I can understand why. I literally grabbed the keys from Junior today on a ZRX 1100. He wanted to buy it. I was like, you can't have this bike. I said, if you can have a bike, you can have a Road King, you can have a Dyna, you can have a Harley Davidson, something responsible that you're not going to be doing 100 miles an hour in third gear. These are very safe bikes. I would let my son ride this bike, Ron, and if you guys don't think he's ready, let him own it, put it in the museum on display, and you can come visit it at all times. Give him sign it over to him with a contract that he never sells it. And when he's your age, he can look back. Think how cool that'll be 40 years from now when he's your age, and he looks back and his 80-year-old or his 60-year-old Road King was owned by his grandfather. That's a legacy. There's an opportunity to create a legacy. You've already done the work, Ron. You paid $28,000 for this bike, and you're going to give it away to a stranger for $8,000. Or in reality, you'd be lucky to even get that today with the way the market is. Give this bike to your grandson. Talk to your parents. Get together. He's very responsible. He rides motorcycles here every day anyways, okay? Straight up. He rides race bikes. He races dirt bikes. When I got on this bike and rode down the road, I felt my blood pressure drop about 20 points. Something about the way this bike is laid out. The Harley Davidson, check this out, zoom in on here. It has a temperature gauge on it. It's 85 degrees out. It has a clock on it. It's got the 100th anniversary bag on the low windshield. Chrome everywhere. Everywhere look, there's a $100 bill of chrome. It's got Harley Davidson custom chrome grips, custom chrome levers, chrome master cylinder. The entire, everything from here up is over $500 worth of chrome. Chrome mirrors. These tassels, I don't like tassels at all. The first thing to do is slice them off. I actually like these, and I was like, wow, these are kind of cool. They kind of gently rub against your arm as you're riding down the road, and it goes with the whole nostalgic look. And I just found out Kyle's grandmother handmade this. You know, and I think if you asked her, what good is the money going to do? Wouldn't you want to see your grandson, when he's your age, cruising around on the bike that you guys bought with your hard-earned money? Why give it away to a stranger? Keep it in the family. These are beautiful. And if this thing does go up for sale, this is totally Kaplan America approved. I'll put my name on this bike as this being pure perfection. You're not going to find a nicer one anywhere. Where do you see the list of extras? I have a typed list because there's no way I could remember all of it. But the bike is absolutely perfect. There's no scratches in the paint. The only defect on it is from Kyle's little 3-year-old boot, little Harley boot. Put a little tiny speck on the exhaust pipe right here.
I remember where that is.
This is from Kyle's boot when he was 3 years old. That will probably come off. Guys, we did not detail this bike. We did not Windex it. We did nothing. This is exactly the way his grandfather bought it in, and it's been stored indoors. He actually built a small barn to put this in, a climate-controlled area to keep it in where it's out of the rain and sun. That's why it's so nice. So a lot of TLC went into this bike. Let me read off the list to you here. Again, it's a 2003 Harley Davidson Road King Classic FLH RCI 100th Anniversary Edition, and the paint job is the Gunmetal Pearl. And this is the Road King Classic. So this is the classic style that roamed the American highways of a half century ago. But memory lane isn't where you'll find it. The open road is its home, thanks to the full modern day touring credentials it carries. The massive chrome headlight and the cell, the fenders, the tank, and the leather hard saddlebags. And the thing is decked out and paint so deep, your eyes just sink right in. It has a twin cam 88 engine. This one has a stage 2 kit in it with the intake and exhaust and the tuning on the fuel injection. A detachable windshield. In fact, 2 of them. Long live the Road King. It's a beautiful piece, and it is the most collectible bike from that era. It's the 100th anniversary edition. Steel, rubber, leather, and chrome. As only 100 years of Harley Davidson could bring them together. It's absolutely stunning. The list of accessories, all the services. I have all the service records. Stay tuned. I'm going to go over them all with you. All the services on the bike were performed on time. The 1,000 mile, the 3,000, the 5,000, the 8,000, everything was done. All the services were performed on time. I have all the paperwork and all the service records, and it comes with all the original parts that were replaced with upgrades. The Vance & Hines pipes, the air intake, and the chip were added on when purchased new. This is a 100th anniversary backrest right here. I have the receipts for all that. It has the chrome saddlebag guards. If you zoom in on the chrome saddlebags, these are all Harley Davidson accessories. It has the complete travel bag setup. It has a nostalgic brake pedal cover. If you come around this side, you see the rear brake pedal. This is a nostalgic piece. It has the custom shifter pegs. It has smoke turn signal lenses. It has nostalgic Ford floorboards. It has the chrome oil filter bracket, chrome switch panel housing, chrome clutch bracket, chrome master cylinder kit, chrome jiffy stand cover, that's a kickstand, chrome transmission cover. It has a Harley storage cover when it's inside. Has the clock and temperature gauge, which I showed you earlier. Has the chrome taillight cover. Has the Concho fender skirts, which are on the front there. If you look at the front fender, bottom of the front fender, very nostalgic piece. Chrome head bolt covers, chrome engine top cover, chrome primary cover, chrome extended brake girder, custom heel guard, which I really like. See this heel guard right here? This keeps your boots off the pipe, folks. That's really nice, and it's a Harley Davidson item. No Korean, Japanese or Chinese chrome on this bike. Chrome voltage regulator cover, speedometer trim ring up at the speedometer, giving it a nice vintage look. Axle chrome nut covers, has custom highway pegs. Another one of the features that makes this bike super comfortable, the big wide Beach Boy bars with the Harley Davidson highway pegs. It's awesome. You got 2 places to put your legs. You always got a spot to stretch out. Custom brake and clutch controls, custom mirrors, 100th anniversary windshield bag, which I really like, super nice. Custom grips and tassels. The tassels were handmade by Kyle's grandmother. And again, the short and tall windshields, and also the billet shift control bars. Just loaded with primo Harley Davidson accessories. We've got the actual 100th anniversary. It comes with not only the whole typed up list of all the accessories that was done. Come on over, Junior. I'll show you the paperwork. It's got all the typed up chrome accessories. It's got, and you know, if you decide, if Kyle ends up with this bike, we could frame this and put it in the museum with your name on it. And Kyle, you could put the title in a safe deposit box, whatever conditions you want. Or if he can't ride it and you just want to display it, that's fine. It'd be safe here in the museum. So here, I have the title. I've got the actual bill of sale from Harley Davidson. This is the actual invoice, $20,975. Actually, out the door it was. There's another receipt here showing it was $21,000 and change. Out the door, $21,525. Purchased from TSI Harley Davidson.
For a second, you might know it.
I'm sorry, $21,525. Original owner bike. It has the retail purchase order.
If we can account for inflation, what is that
Oh my
in today's
God!
dollars?
Oh shit! 17 years ago, 21,000. I've been punching the calculator. It's at least 25, 26,000 guaranteed. I've got the riding tip for the motorcyclists. This came with the bike new. You always get this. Interestingly enough, in 2003, I actually bought a brand new Harley too. For my kids. I bought it for my kids. You ask, well, how did you buy a Harley for your kids? Well, I bought a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson. I might have ran into Ron at TSI. I'm sure I did at some point. I used to go down there a lot. And I bought a 100th anniversary FLHTC UI, the top of the line, with a sidecar, so I could ride Junior and Taylor in it. Jordan wasn't born yet. Junior was, that's 2003. He was 4 years old. You're how old are you? You're 1 year younger than him?
1 year younger.
1 year younger. You guys went to school together, right?
Yeah.
Kenny and Kyle have been to school together since preschool. They went through the same school system. Like I said, I wouldn't want, listen, Ron, I understand. having your grandson on a motorcycle, you don't want him, if he got hurt, you feel responsible. He rides motorcycles all day, every day. Here, that's what he gets paid to do. And he's a professional motorcycle mechanic, and he races motorcycles. He's not going to race a Road King. And if you don't want him to ride it till after you guys pass, or until maybe even his own parents pass, we could arrange that it's kept here in the museum on mothballs on display with the family. It'll still be yours because your grandson will own it. Or it's going to get shipped to the UK or Japan or somewhere, because this bike is not staying around here. I can promise you that. Someone will pay the what you're asking for it, I'm quite sure. But it's going to end up going to Florida, California, Texas, or the UK. It's just not going to stay in New England. I can promise you that. Most of our clients that buy beautiful classic Harleys in mint shape like this are from down south. We've got all of the paperwork for the bike, the extended service plan, and every receipt for every item that was put on the motorcycle. Okay, and it gets better inside in the original boxes that everything came out of. There's got to be 100 invoices here, easily 100 invoices. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It
All
just
at
keeps
TSI,
on going.
right? All at TSI.
Every one of these done at TSI, in a whole stack. There's at least 30 here. And there's receipts for each of the services done: the 1,000 mile, the 3,000 mile, the 5,000 mile, and the 8,000 and the 10,000 mile service. All the factory service points. It's somewhere written in the notes here, or possibly in the story that he had written, or I call it a story, but it's the list of everything that he had done to the bike. It's all there. So let's go inside, and I'll show you all the stock parts that come with it, if you want them. If Kyle ends up with a bike, we'll put him in the museum Harley parts area, so he doesn't have to store it at his parents' house. But if he doesn't end up to it, I hope it goes to a good home. If I was looking for a Harley today and I could buy this bike for what they're asking for, I'd straight up buy it. I talked to Junior about me buying it. I even talked to Ron about us buying it, and we decided that with the current financial situation here, with the museum and everything, that I probably shouldn't be buying another Harley. But it's something as soon as I got on it, I fell in love with it. So it needs absolutely nothing. Come on inside. I'll show you all the parts that comes along with the bike. It was a stock tall windshield, the original stock pipes, and all the components to put it back to 100% original if you want to. Everything is carefully packaged in its original packaging. So levers, everything, the stock air cleaner. Not that you'd want to do that, but if you did, it's all here. So this is one of those, we've sold 2,500 motorcycles in the last 5 years, and I would say 1 in 1,000 comes in like this, an original owner bike. By the way, I just had Kyle, we just plugged into an inflation calculator your grandfather's $28,000 investment.
So in 2003, if you purchase an item in 2003 for $28,000, then in 2020 that item would have cost $39,000.
$39,200 sounds about right. A CVO Road King's like 50 grand. So
40% inflation.
Over the course of 17 years, the cumulative inflation is about 3% per year. Ended up being 40%. It's $39,229. Ron, that would be a hell of a shame to see that go to a stranger. But if it has to, folks, this can go two ways. This is not really a sales presentation. I'm just putting all the facts on the line, representing Kyle and his family to get as much money as they can back for their investment, which they got a $40,000 investment, and they're going to be lucky to net 8, because the reserve is going to be set at $9,850, $9,850. If you want to buy it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. If you want to know if it's for sale, click on the link below, and it'll click to all of our auctions on eBay. The bike will be on there. If it's gone, we'll change the title to Kyle's Road King. So, anyways, sleep on it, folks. Was there any closing remarks you might have had? There was a couple other,
No, I don't.
How would you feel when you're, how old's your grandpa?
He's 71.
When you're 71, you're how old?
20.
51 years from now, he could be, that bike will be 70 years old.
Yep.
If you had that bike when you're 70, how old's your pops?
He's 50.
50?
Yeah.
So he's 5 years younger than me. But when you're your dad's age, how do you think you would feel? I got on the bike. Listen, if he ever needs counseling, all he'll have to do is go in the garage and start the Harley and think about how much his grandfather loved him and his grandmother. And if he ever has a tough time, or he's a little bummed out, like when he burned his arm, start the motorcycle, man. You don't see Harleys in front of psychologists' offices because you get a big smile on your face and your blood pressure gets lower and you're immediately happy as soon as you get on it. So if you want a kick-ass bike, buy the bike. If you want a family heirloom, leave it to Kyle. And put him on a short leash. He is 20 years old, a very short leash. I wouldn't give him free rein with it, yet. Let the family decide. So thanks for watching. For those of you subscribers that are watching us now, hopefully I didn't bore you with too many details, but this was a tough thing for me because it pulled on my emotions riding this bike. 1, I wanted him to have it. 2, I wanted to have it because it's such a kick-ass bike. And 3, I got to offer it to you guys out there. So we'll leave it in God's hands. That's what we'll do. We're all going to go to sleep tonight and leave the fate of this kick-ass family heirloom, his grandfather's bike, in God's hands. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. God bless America and God bless Harley Davidson.